So I realized, goddamn, hold on, good start. I realized that I should have been recording this whole time because I think this is kind of cool, you know, to look back on in the future. Because right now I'm filing my LLC. I've never done that ever in my life. And all I'm doing is just going through the questionnaires and all that shit, putting in the necessary info. Obviously, I'm not going to share the sensitive information, but I should have done that. And I think I'm about halfway done, probably over halfway done now. But what I'm using, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know enough about this stuff to know what's sensitive information, but I'm using a third-party business to file this for me. And good Lord, there's quite a lot of upsells. There is a tremendous amount of upsells. And honestly, rather than asking 5 million questions and trying to figure out the best thing to do and the best thing to purchase and blah, 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 and looking up this and looking up that, I'm just deciding to file it, go from there. What I am doing is looking up things that I can change. So rather than ensuring that I have the right name or the right details, I looked up, can I change these names and details later? And I can. So I'm just going to roll with it and we'll go from there. So all I'm doing, yeah, I am done now. That's everything. Thanks. Cool. We have all the info we need to send to the state. We should hear back from them by the 20th of February, dude. Today is January 16th, 2025. Oh my fuck. All good. All good. And we'll let you know if we need anything else before then. While we're waiting, you can explore the dashboard, start using some of your new products and services. Okay, go to my dashboard. Like I said, I don't want to share what I'm using. I don't know how sensitive that information is. So just to play it safe, I'm just going to, not share anything. But rather than going through the state's website and trying to look at all that shit, because as we all know, when you go to the state website to do goddamn anything, it's a shit show. If you go to any DMV website or any government, dude, it's just ass. It's just ass. That's all that it is. So, yeah. So right now I'm just looking at the dashboard of what I just signed up for. I'm going to bookmark this so that I have it. I don't even know which folder to put this shit in. Yeah, I'll put it in this one. Boom. Let's put this at the top. Boom. Okay, so I've got my dashboard, Allegiant Excellence, LLC. That's what it's called as of today. That's one of the things I looked up because why isn't it called Allegiant Fit? Well, I believe that Allegiant Excellence is the umbrella that Allegiant Fit falls under. But I thought if I'm going to focus so much more than just fitness on the program, then it makes sense to call it Allegiant Excellence. But the thought process behind that is if somebody hears that name, they don't think fitness, they don't think the gym, they don't think transformation, they don't think losing weight. I don't know what you would think when you hear this. And it's got a lot of syllables, you know, rather than Google or Apple or Bryson Fitness. It's Allegiant Excellence. 6 syllables. Allegiant Excellence. Excel. And yep. Well, anyway, the other thing that the reason why I'm even doing this right now, and it's kind of out of the blue, is because I was going through a business bank account. I was trying to file that so that all my financial shit that will go into the business bank account. And in order to do this, I need an LLC, and I believe I need my EIN number. I don't have that. And in order to get that, I need to file an LLC. And now I have to wait until the 20th of February. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm so ignorant to all of this, but why does it take a month? What goes on in the background that it takes a month? Hire more people or focus on one fucking thing until it gets done. I don't know. I don't know. So I got my banking, tax services, web tools, learning, documents, business, other shit with this specific provider. Now, again, I don't know what I'm looking at here, but oh my fuck, dude. They really capitalize on people's ignorance here. Look at this. They have a feature. It's called beneficial ownership filing. $149. Money Pro. One tool to track expenses, send invoices, and get paid. $30 a month. Business banking, $5 a month. Business banking through Bank of America. I have different costs. Tax services, unlimited advice from accountants to file taxes and maximize refunds. $500 a year. AI website builder, $130 a year. Online tools, $150 a year. Logo kit, $60. I have these different options with different providers for protection. Social media management, small business insurance, legal shield. Amendment, $100. Business documents library, $100. Operating agreement template, $100. EIN number, $100. I will need that. Bummer. Business kit, one convenient folio. I guess I always associated that word with portfolio, but folio is a word itself. We're going to look into that right now. What the fuck is folio? Folio, an individual leaf or paper. An individual leaf of paper or parchment, numbered on the recto or front side only. The fuck is recto? Occurring either loose as one of a series or forming part of a bound volume. The fuck? Gabriel Pete Thomas has got me here. Define folio in modern English using simplistic verbiage. God damn, dude. Sick of this shit. I'm using the O1 model for ChatGPT. Much slower, but I think it gives me. A folio is a large sheet of paper or a book size made by folding that sheet once. In simpler terms, it often refers to big books or pages labeled in a certain order. Historically, folios were used for important documents or large formal books, such as collections of art or classic works. Now, when you think of portfolio, you think of let's see, what does port mean before it? Thinking. When used in portfolio, the port comes from the Latin portare, meaning to carry. So combined, portfolio literally refers to something designed to carry papers or folios. So I fucking binder full of shit. I don't know. So anyway, I don't know what the hell a recto is. Recto, right hand page of an open book or front of a loose document. It's funny because it says the use of time, this word, the use of time, over the last 2 centuries. In 1815, that shit was used a lot. And then about 1850, it died off. Now we're in the 2000s. That shit's not used ever. The fuck is recto? Anyway. So I do need a business kit, $100. Domains, $25 a year. License report, $100. Business email, $25 a year. There's all these fucking upsells. And I think this is where they get people, man, because I don't know about any of this shit. And if I had a lot of money that I didn't know, I'd probably go for all of this shit so that I didn't have to worry about anything. So, yeah, I mean, even saying that out loud, I don't even know. But the point of this show right here is just to prove, or I guess document the fact that no idea what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm doing it. And this actually gives me a whole other avenue of shit that I will have to be worried about or pay attention to. Meaning, if I have a business bank account and I have business finances, I can now start having, I can get tax write-offs for the stuff that I buy for my business. So with certain things like that, I'm going to have to keep track of these expenses in some form or another. And again, very ignorant to all of this. However, anything that pertains to the business in any regard, I believe I can use as a tax write-off. So if I buy a desk to work at because I need that desk to, then I believe I can write that off. So that's cool. And we'll go from there. Again, not really sure. But anyway, now that I have this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Am I even recording a show right now? Okay, we're good. Hey, Siri, set a reminder for February 16th to check on LLC filing.
Okay, I added it.
Cool. So now I have that. Now it'll go off on February 16th, which is episode 31 days from today. So it would be, what even episode is today? I have no idea. 455, right? So it would be 486. goes into episode 46. I don't know. Anyway, so that's where I'm at with all this shit. So now that I have this done, I have nothing more to say. So I'm going to pause and I'll be back. All right. So I don't know what I'm about to say, if that's going to be the start of the show or if it's going to be the middle of the show. It's not going to be the end, because the end of the show is the live call. I know I said I was going to make it into a separate one. I just don't give a fuck, dude. So it's just going to be on the end of this one. And so we have the normal Zoom call, which is kind of a meeting between him and I, a one-on-one call. We go over everything I'm working on to help the business out. And then I just ask him questions. If I have any, he answers them. Pretty cool. So, spoiler alert, he actually thinks that I'm exceeding his expectations, and so he's giving me a raise. Now, that's very cool, and, you know, I feel great about it. But just there's part of me, and I have nothing against anybody or this guy whatsoever. I mean, this guy's awesome. But part of me thinks that it was just engineered, the pay structure was just engineered so that I would be given a raise sooner than I thought, so that it seems as though I'm doing better than I actually am, which makes me in turn want to work harder. So I see this, and I don't think he did that, but part of me believes that there is that he at least thought about it. Now, I don't know. I don't believe this is malice. I don't believe this is any kind of anything. But that's just where my mind goes when I receive any kind of appreciation or recognition or kind words or anything. I just default into thinking things like this. And I don't think I'm trying to be negative. I don't think I'm trying to be any type of way about anything. I'm just like, oh yeah, business speaking here, logically speaking here with all of this, it would make perfect sense to structure the wins in such a way that it makes me want to work harder for the benefit of him. And maybe he starts everybody off at a higher price, but he started me off lower so that he could boost me up back to the normal price, make me feel like I'm doing better, when in reality it's just normal, and it's just a way for him to recognize me and to give me a carrot. Now again, I truthfully don't think that he's doing this, but shit like this crosses my mind all the time. Anytime anybody gives me a compliment, anytime anybody really sends anything my way, I think, oh, they did this because of this, not because they're a good person and want to share good shit. And again, certain times it doesn't happen. Certain times it's fine. Whatever. Anyway, the call went great. Got a lot of questions answered. Gave me some clarity on a lot of things. So that's really cool. And I am very appreciative. But today has been, I'm just overwhelmed, dude. I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't feel like, which is good because that's what growth is. But anyway, I feel like I'd be the worst therapist. Someone would say something and I would say, oh, but no, that's great because listen. And I wouldn't even let them finish what they were saying. I feel like I do that to people. So sorry, guys. But yeah, I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm very distracted. I feel like I can't focus for shit. I feel like it's so easy for me to justify not doing other important things because I feel like I need to spend time working. For example, I skipped the gym again today, and that's because I felt fine. And that's, I felt like I could use the extra hour to work on everything that I am right now and kind of get a head start because I took the day off today. When I take days off, I like to use the time off as best I can, because if I would have worked today, I would have gotten home from the gym about an hour and a half ago. So when I put it into context, or when I put it into a perspective like that, I feel much better because I could not have done what I did today in an hour and a half. For sure, could not have done that. Because I recorded earlier in the day, and I'm sure you guys heard that already. It's going to be first for sure. But what's going through my head is this. So sitting at my computer, have all these different tabs and windows open, and I don't know where the fuck shit's at. I got tabs everywhere. I got so many different things open. I've got a main window that it's sorted and organized. But I look at that and I think, holy fuck, there's just too much shit going on here. I don't need half this, but it's all organized and it's all perfect. I just don't need it open. But if I close it, it goes away. So I need to keep it open. Just small things like that. And, you know, I like to work on making content, writing content, posting on social media, stuff like that. I have to record this podcast. And this podcast is honestly the least of my concerns. It's very easy to get on here and talk. It is therapeutic for me to get on here and just vent. And that's why I did it earlier today. I don't know what time it was at, but I did it earlier. And yeah, I mean, it's a Thursday, so it kind of is an extra day for me to work on stuff. And then tomorrow is going to be another day where I don't work, and that's great. And then Saturday, I don't work as well. Sunday, I don't work as well. And then Monday, again, don't work. So I've got 4 more days ahead of me of almost all day access to everything that I need to work on. So these are the thoughts that are going through my head, and I'm going to try to be quick with them just to get them all out. But I feel like I am fully capable of doing everything that I'm committing to. I just feel like I can't manage my fucking time to save my goddamn life. I have a calendar. It's perfectly laid out. All I have to do is follow the goddamn calendar. But for some reason, I just can't. And I don't know. It sucks, dude, because I have everything on the calendar. It's perfectly laid out. All I need to do is just follow the calendar. That's it. That's all I need to do. And I'm just not. Now, it's because I'm distracted. It's because we're going to do this right now, dude. I can't. I'm getting so sick of this, man. So right now, I'm deleting all games off my phone because these are distractions for me. And I know that they are, and I know I'm saying that they're not, but they are. So we're going to delete all these games. Delete. Okay. So I get distracted with some of these things. Now it's very minimal. Sometimes maybe 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there. Sometimes I purposefully take a break and just play them, and it turns into an hour. And I enjoy it. However, I don't think should be doing that. So yeah, there we go. All the games off my phone now. Matter of fact, let's take this shit off too. I don't watch anything with NBA anymore. I don't really give a fuck about that stuff right now. Deleting Lakers and NBA. That's the craziest thing I've ever said on this podcast. I just deleted the NBA and the Lakers app from my phone. Holy shit. Am I being serious or am I being dramatic? Probably somewhere in the middle. I don't really care though. Anyway. I'm just very distracted. I feel like my mind is been being pulled in so many different directions. Part of me feels like I feel lost in the direction of what I'm trying to work on with Mina. I'll be working on a project and then I get to a spot where I have to pause and get feedback. And sometimes I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I have to see what he thinks so that I can keep on moving, keep on working, because I don't want to make a whole big thing and it be not the direction he wants to go. For example, I made a huge Nito knowledge base. And before I started implementing everything into it, he said, no, I don't want to use that. I want to use something else. And I was like, okay, perfect. That's fine. Thank goodness you told me. And thank goodness I didn't continue working on it, because that'd be hours of work gone down the drain. I also feel like I've got too much shit around me. I feel like I've got all these things that are distractions in front of me, meaning I've got my shelf with all my books and all my achievements. I've got my other shelf with all my papers and random shit. Random shit. I got Febreze, hand sanitizer, notepads, pens, scissors, tissue box, glasses, paper, clickers, timers. Just random shit. And they're in eyesight. Now, it seems dumb, but I feel like I just need to get all of that shit and put it behind me. Or just not have it. I just need to not look at it. Because I'm just not trying to be distracted with any of this shit. And for me, I just get distracted over everything. Maybe I do have some kind of condition. And like I've said before in this podcast, I hope that I have everything. Because then I can use that as part of my success story. Because I fucking hate when people say, oh, I can't because I have this. Dude, that shit grinds my gears. Because for me to not even give a fuck about what I have, because I'm sure I've got something, dude. I'm sure of it. And the reason why I say that is because my ability to focus on anything that requires any kind of cognitive bandwidth to just stay focused with, I just can't do it. So whatever the fuck that means that I have, I'm sure I have that. But dude, that's just weak shit. Oh, I can't because I have this, or I've got this, so it's really hard for me. And dude, if that's true or not, I don't give a fuck. I just don't think that's a thought that serves you. I don't think that's beneficial to even consider or believe in. I truthfully don't. And it sucks because I was talking to someone near and dear to me. And I said, hey, do you do this activity? They said, no, because my mental condition doesn't allow me to do this. And I thought, what the fuck? There's no way that you said that. And it is what it is. Love him to death though. But goddamn, that shit bothers me. And I don't know. Anyway, I think me trying to figure out the pot, dude, my honest answer to what I was just about to say, because I was about to say that I'm spreading myself too thin, my honest answer was, no, dude, you're fucking fine. Just do the shit that you say you're going to do. That's what's going through my head right now. I just get so angry at myself. How many times on the show have I said I just got to get organized and more prepared with everything? How many times have I said I just have to get back on my own bullshit and take my own? How many times have I said I just got to do what's on my calendar and stick with it? How many times have I said that, oh, I'm distracted, I need to put this over here and do that? Dude, I say this shit weekly. What's changing? Nothing, And yeah, I'm learning. Yeah, I'm growing. Yeah, I'm developing. Yeah, I'm figuring out what works for me and what doesn't work. Yeah, I'm figuring out all of these things. And that's great, I guess. But there's certain things that, I don't know, dude. They're just getting me very hot and bothered. And full transparency, a lot of the things that I catch myself doing, I'm trying to, I guess, appear a certain way to people that I want to know that I'm better than. Now that is purely from the heart. And fuck, I'll say it, dude. I know a lot of people don't dare say shit like that because they don't want to, I don't know. But there's a lot of people in my life that I want them to know that I'm smarter than they think I am, so that I can do something else and prove to them that I am different, and that I am better, more equipped, smarter, more intelligent, whatever it is. And I have been thinking about this for weeks and know that this is quite a contributor to how I feel, because I'm behaving and doing things to prove to someone who doesn't even think about me, who just sees me occasionally, that I can do X, Y, or Z. Now, maybe that's deep-rooted into childhood or something like that, where I need to feel appreciated or seen. Maybe I was overlooked. Maybe I wasn't recognized enough. Maybe I wasn't included. Maybe I don't know, whatever it is. Maybe that's why I ball my eyes out when I see little kids being included. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. But either way, days like today are the most frustrating, the most stressful, the most frustrating. Did I say frustrating twice? Don't fucking know. The most irritating, the most annoying, the most aggravating, just the worst kind of days, I think, because I sit at my desk with a full day. For example, wake up at 4:30, get out of bed around 4:50. And it seems like that's a little bit better for me to get going in the mornings, go figure. And from 5 o'clock until 8 o'clock, that's how long I have to do what the fuck I want to do and get done. That's 15 hours. Dude, I should have gotten so much more shit done today than I did. I should have gone to the gym. I should have recorded 3 Allegiant Excellence podcasts. I should have written a whole week's worth of content. I should have recorded this podcast earlier. Should have done the sales call. And it should barely be noon. Everything that I just said, it should barely be noon. Let's play this out. Wake up, 5 o'clock, whole morning routine, whatever you want to call it, getting warmed up, reading, just getting my shit going, shower, cleaned up, puts me at 6. 6 to 7:30, gym. 7:30 to 10, writing content for the week. 10 to 11, recording 2 podcasts for Allegiant Excellence. Then 11 to 11:30, role play. 11:30 to noon. That should be, I don't know what time I said earlier. Did I say 10? I don't know, it should be noon. Then from 11:30 to 10, this podcast, from 11:30 to noon, this podcast. From 12:30 to 12:15, upload it, get all that ready to go, all that shit. And we'll just say maybe I have lunch, maybe whatever, put me at 1 o'clock. And that's where I should be. And now from 1 o'clock on, I should have kind of free reign to do whatever I want, but still haven't done a role play. I haven't done any Allegiant Excellence podcasts. I'm doing this podcast now, which is great. Didn't write any week's worth of content. Didn't do any of that shit. Did a little bit of work for Mina. Had a Zoom call with him, which is great, very productive. But this is the shit that's on my calendar. There's no reason why I can't get this done. There's just no reason. If I'm sitting in a room with myself and myself is telling me, hey, dude, I can't follow the schedule. I can't follow the calendar. I'm looking at this motherfucker and I'm saying, dude, why? You had all day. You have zero responsibility. You have nothing going on outside of your obligations. And that's it. You don't have kids. You don't have a wife. You don't have to pay. You don't have to mow your lawn. You don't have to fix the wall. You don't got to do any of that shit. You don't have any car problems. You have a car. You live 5 feet away from a gym. You live 200 feet away from a grocery store. Everything I could possibly need is within walking distance from me. My job is 10 minutes up the road. There's just no reason, dude. There's just no reason. And this is me kind of holding myself accountable. Because if I'm going to be a coach of some high standard for men, I also have to act that way. And I don't have a problem acting that way. But right now, for some reason, it seems like that's the most impossible thing for me to do, ever. And so I just have to get back to that standard of living. And I'm just getting really fed up with my actions, my behavior. My brain says one thing, my actions do another. And then all of this kind of compounds when I get great feedback from Mina, who says I'm killing it and that he is doing much better, or that I'm doing much better than he thought, that he would give me a raise, give me a little boost. And I hear that and I'm like, oh, so I'm just meant to work for other people. That's what it is. I can't handle my own shit. I'm just better working for somebody else. And for me, that's a hard pill to swallow. If that's true, that's a hard pill to swallow. That's a lot of ego that I gotta, put down. But truthfully, I don't believe that's what it is. I believe that I am just able to use my strengths. My strengths are just on display when I work for this guy, because all he's having me do is shit that I fucking love to do. He's not having me do anything that I just am like, don't want to do that. So all the stuff that I'm doing for him is stuff that I love to do and get a lot of enjoyment and a lot of fulfillment, a lot of whatever you want to call it from doing. And that's the stuff that I'm doing for him. So if you heard, what you'll hear on the call, if you keep on listening to the show, is his goal is for me to quit my job and go full time with him. Now, obviously, selfishly, I would love that as well, but my goal is not to stay with any other business long term. My goal is to get out of my job and do my own shit. Now, here's the thing. I don't know what would be required for me to reach that point where I could quit my job and do everything with him full time. I would have to get to $12.50 per week, every week. I don't know what he would be requiring of me to do that, because $12.50 per week, every week, puts me at the same income level, I believe. So let me do some quick math. Because $12.50 times 4, that's $5,000. That's what I make at work, gross income. As far as taxes, I don't know how that shit works. But yeah, as far as income goes, it's relatively the same. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's the route that I should take right now. Pursue this. Dude, I don't know. It's just so back and forth, because all of this, we'll call it stress, really gets in my head, and it makes me feel like and believe that I am in the wrong industry. Because, dude, he's having me do operational shit. He's having me improve systems and make things more efficient, make charts, make sheets, make Word docs, all this. I fucking love this stuff, dude. And he's having me do all that, and it's so much easier for me to focus on that and work on that. I just get lost. I'm in a trance when I'm in Excel, when I'm in Word docs, when I'm in making shit better, and and that, I don't know, it's quite a mind fuck, dude. I don't know. Part of me feels like I'm just in the wrong industry, because yeah, I love fitness, I love working out, I love that stuff. But part of me, dude, and this is just straight from the heart, and I hate even saying this out loud, because it's almost persuading me and making me think other things, which is not what I want to do. But I'll come across in the group, we have other fitness coaches. Obviously, it's 1,000 of us in the group, and they'll post their reels or whatever feedback, and I just watch them, and I think I just couldn't give a fuck about any of this stuff, dude. The business side of things, absolutely, but the actual fitness stuff, when they're talking about, oh, you can't lose weight, try this one little secret recipe, the curb your crave. Like, dude, shut the fuck up, you know? Dude, maybe I'm just over that shit. Maybe that was the season that came and went for me. I don't know. I love to help people. I love the business side of things. I want to get better at sales. I want to get better at improving systems and operations for my own business. But when it comes to talking about fitness and nutrition, dude, that shit for me, God damn it. And it's been that way for quite some time. And I knew that when I signed up for the program. I knew that. But it's the business side of things and the sales side of all that stuff that's more interesting. And having this fitness business gives me front row access to all this shit, which is what I want. Because I believe these skills and the knowledge and all this stuff is transferable to other areas and other industries. So the ability to sell is transferable. The ability for operations and onboarding, how things should be, touch points, client fall off, retention, all this shit, that is applicable to every other industry. So what I learned here is not going to be for nothing, and I'm fully aware of that. However, if I could just not talk about what a macro is and not talk about how to best position your arms on bench press to activate the pecs, I just couldn't give a fuck, bro. I don't know. And then one other thought that I had was when we were on the call, he was showing me, and you'll hear this later, he was showing me this guy, his name's Don Lamb. Now, apparently his business is worth millions of dollars. He coaches every kind of person. He's killing it. He's got thousands of testimonials. He's crushing it, right? Apparently, or I don't know. So he was showing me a video of him and another person going back at it, just discussing things back and forth, how to make things better, how to get the higher income, whatever. And my first thought was, dude, they're doing this behind closed doors. The door's locked and they charge however much to be a part of it. My first thought was, I want to do all of this and I want to do it for free. I want to charge everybody nothing. And I want to just show that you don't need to charge money to be part of these groups. You don't have to do any of this shit. You can just do it for free, because half this shit is just, dare I say, common sense. It's just that it's overcomplicated because we believe that things are locked behind paywalls because we associate the value of those things with it being, we associate the price of those things with the value that it could provide, what it could do for us. But if it's free, we think, oh, it's free, I can just get it. This is bullshit. You know, there's no skin in the game. I didn't pay for it. I didn't get anything from it, or I didn't have to pay anything to get it. So therefore, it's probably not worth that much. And so probably don't have to pay attention. So it's probably not going to get me the results that I want. And I get that it's the pay factor that makes people pay attention. I fully understand. And you can call me a huge hypocrite because I'm charging money to give people programs and information and all this stuff when they could just Google it. But you're paying for the accountability, and I understand that. But just, you can tell how fucking fired up I am about this shit, because that's just how I feel deep down inside. So whenever I can get to a point where I can do exactly what I just said, dude, fucking guns a-blazing, here I come, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. I just have to get to that point. That's just what I think. That's just my honest thoughts with this shit. Sometimes it's all I can do to just not. Oh boy, dude. I don't know. It's also cold as fuck in my house. My energy and my gas bill are quadrupled literally from 2 months ago. And I got to complain and bitch real quick. I also have a new rule. For every time I complain, I got to follow it up with a couple things that I'm grateful for. And so I'm going to do that. But they put my thermostat, god damn it, right next to my screen door on my patio, or whatever you want to call it. I just feel like that's the worst spot. I mean, for me, as a consumer, but as somebody who's charging people rent, it's probably fucking genius, because it's nearest the coldest part of my house that doesn't get heat the most. Heat's not gonna just bundle up here. It's next to a glass door. It's not gonna, the fuck? Not to mention, it's all hardwood floor. It's not going to get warm here. It's always going to be cold. So therefore, the heater's going to be going 24/7. It's going to rake up my bill. And for fuck's sake, dude. And that's just angering. So my bill's quadrupled. Literally, it was $20, $30. Now we're in the hundreds. That's awesome, dude. And that's fucking stupid. And I think that's ridiculous. However, I love the smell of Gain. This dish soap, unreal. Love it. That's just the greatest dish soap there is. I think it smells fucking terrific. And Lexi's coming over later, and we're gonna have Biscoff cookie pie, because we made that blindfolded, and I can't wait. I'm so excited to see her. I love that woman. I'm very grateful for her. So those are the couple of things I'm grateful for. And I think I say that Lexi's incredible in almost every show now, but it's just so true. And I'm going to share this, and I just want to showcase this. And Lexi, you'll already hear this because I already told you. But so I'm having a shitty day. I'm just thinking about, I'm not having a shitty day. I'm just very stressed and overwhelmed and lacking priorities. And the only thing that I could help think about was Lexi's coming over later. I get to give her a hug and everything will be okay. That's literally, shit, dude, it gets me kind of choked up. But that's literally my thought. That's actually what I was thinking. Because sometimes it's rough, dude. I'm sitting in my office trying to not burn down alive. And just thoughts like that, it's like, it'll be all right. I get to have a hug from Lexi later and we'll be okay. And that's truth. I really do think those things. And it makes me feel much better to think that these things that I'm getting worked up over and these things that I'm whatever, they're minuscule. I mean, zoom out of the earth and we're just a floating rock in space. And here I am freaking out that I don't have, Anyway, what I'm going to do now is upload the show, do all that, get it taken care of, do the sales call role play, get that taken care of, and then I'm just going to tidy up my place because I've just got random things on the floor. I've got a tape measure on the floor here. It's not even dirty. I just want this shit cleaned up. I got shit everywhere, and I say that, but it's just, the things that are on the floor right now are my keys, a love sack, a space heater, which I'm going to turn on right now. Here we go. Great. My backpack, a foam roller, and my bottle. That's it. Or maybe this room is 144 square feet. I don't know. 120 square feet. I don't know. All right, guys, that's it. This is one big vent session for me. All it boils down to is work and execution. That's it. Everything that I just said, I wouldn't be feeling the frustration if I would just do what I said I would do. That's it. Go figure, huh? All right. That's all I got. Appreciate you guys listening. What you're going to hear now is the Zoom call with me and Mina, one-on-one. Terrific guy. Very grateful for the opportunity. And that's that. So talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. What's going on?
Sorry I ran a little late, man.
It's all good. Getting some more coffee.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
I was literally just going through one of our clients' check-ins, and she renews in like a few days or so.
Yeah.
So, kind of over-deliver on her. So
Yeah. Did you get her back or no?
I'm not sure. I tried to downsell her a little bit into like another program, which would just be like a week. So that's actually great that you asked that. So like usually what I'll do is like if at the end of the program I want to work with someone, I will give them some sort of discount to renew. And that's the whole point behind the log that you've created. And it's actually very fucking helpful. You should see how I used to track it before, but besides that,
I do want to see that.
It's a shit show. So basically, I will try to get them in and I'll give them some sort of discount on like a longer term. So most of my clients start with 3 months. There are some people that have been pushing for 6 months from the get, which I think is going to be my core offer now. But
6 months?
6 month program instead of a 3 month. Anyways, so the point of the log, right, is to find out clients. So if I want to renew with a client that I want to work with, I'll give them a discount, right? So if they were on a 3 month, I'll extend it for a 6 month, 9 month, or even a year. And I've had clients, believe it or not, renew for a whole year, which is fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right? So besides the point. Anyway, so for her, this client, which is my methodology, is like I'll give them the discount and then I'll hear from them. She's been in a really tough spot. Like she was even late on payments a couple times she had to split it. And I was very understanding because I think like she's like a younger college girl. So I think her parents were like going through some shit and she had to pay, and I was very understanding. And you know what, like, she was honest and she absolutely loved it. Like one time I let her slide on a late payment. I'm like, you know what, it's fine. Just give it to me when you can. And she like wrote this very long, heartfelt message in the community. Like, Mina's the best. Like, he doesn't do this for money. Besides the point, right? So it goes a long way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, like the impact that you have like on people's lives, Bryson. Sometimes I have to like pinch myself a little bit, not because I'm like, oh my God, I pinch myself. Is this so real? I get so numb to it. Like, I get numb to it where it's like people like genuinely like are improving, and some of the messages that I see and I read, like I'll screenshot for like, you know, like I post on my stories all the time. Like, this is bad to say, but it doesn't impact me as much anymore. You know,
It's just another day, huh?
That's the thing. And like, when you really take the time to read it, like if you go on my Instagram on my last story that I posted, there was a client that basically said like, it's only been like, I'll read it to you word for word, and like just so you can understand what I'm saying, and I don't mean to ramble or commandeer this call, but just to show you like where my head is at. It's like, I can't believe it's only been 3 months and how far I've come, not only physically but mentally. I know you say it's me that puts in the work, but it's you that has helped me believe in myself and made me realize I actually am stronger than I think. Again, not only physically but mentally as well. Your support is unmatched, and I cannot thank you enough for being in my corner, not me getting emotional at the gym, LMFAO. So these types of messages, bro, you read it and like you have to like take a second to be like, shit, like this is really what's going on.
Yeah,
you know?
dude, that's powerful shit. That's way cool.
Yeah, man. But okay, so let's jump into the agenda. Let's first talk about project statuses.
Okay. Well, first of all, dude, thanks for taking it today instead of tomorrow. Something I totally forgot about. I got those tickets for Christmas, and I was like, oh shit, you know. So
you're good.
Appreciate
You're
that.
Good. Actually, I'm very happy that I've had like a very light sales call schedule. It's more like service for clients. Like, I've been scheduling a lot of Zoom calls with clients to catch up with them. So, but no worries.
How many sales calls do you usually take a day?
This week, dude, I've had like 3 sales calls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty slow for you.
Yeah, closed 2. Oh, that's like very slow compared to like when we started like actually like pushing for clients in July.
Mm-hmm.
Average would be about 10, like
A
10
day?
sales. No, a week.
Oh, okay.
10.
I was like, holy shit, that's your whole day right there, dude.
Except for Black Friday. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm dying, bro. Except for Black Friday, Wednesday, and then Black Friday itself.
Mm-hmm.
That shit, like I told you, like 40 calls within 2 days. So
That's nuts, dude. Good for you.
thank God, bro.
Okay. So as far as the projects go, so the client adherence log, that's done, right? We're done on that? Cool. And then the check-in questions, that's done, right?
Yeah, I sent you actually, we'll go project by project. I sent you actually those 2 screenshots.
Yeah.
So we can just reword it a little bit because tomorrow's going to be a big launch day. Everyone's checking in tomorrow. So like he said, what are some wins from this past week? Training, nutrition, mindset. Tell me what you're proud of. List as many as you'd like. And then the second one as well was what are some non-scalable wins from this past week? So I wanted to possibly, let me share my screen. Cool.
Non-scalable? I don't remember putting that one in there.
I know. Yeah, that's just non-scale win. Like, you know, like as in like not just a scale. Like what else?
Yeah, no. Did you put that in there?
No. That was that screenshot was from someone else. One of our other coaches in the program.
Okay.
So here, you see my screen, right?
Yeah, I've got it pulled up as well here.
All right. Well, let me just go in and like literally just I just want to copy what he said. So close fitting, confidence levels, strength, etc. And he said here, training, nutrition, mindset. So
I didn't even realize that was from a different person. I thought that was your screenshot today. That's why I was confused.
No. Mindset, close, fitting. What else did he say?
Said mindset, close fitting, compliments, something levels, confidence, strength, etc.
Yeah, so just like this.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to change. Just to give, like, to kind of drive the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just kind of make them think of the answer you're looking for.
Yeah, it's not like I'm looking for a kind of like a specific answer, but it's more just like I just want to hear some positivity and start with positivity because that way things get a little better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. But that's pretty much done, so good work on that too.
Okay. And with the upload progress photos and other comments or issues, I left those questions in. Did you want me to take those out? The very end?
No, keep those 100%.
Keep those?
Because it reminds them that to upload the photos. And then any issues is like an open-ended kind of thing, like just in case they didn't know where to include something they wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Like usually, like people like to say like, "Oh, I have a trip coming up in 3 weeks. I don't know what to do." You know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. So that's done. So checking questions 100% complete then.
All done. Yep. Cool. Until obviously like we want to just have people respond tomorrow and see if we want to change anything.
Yeah. Okay. And then the onboarding process, that's ongoing. The resource collection organization, that's ongoing. And then the client lifecycle monitoring, the coaching style analysis, and the coaching application type form, that all those three haven't been touched whatsoever. Mm-hmm. And that's it for those.
Okay. What's taking up the bulk of your time right now?
What's taking up the bulk of my time?
Or like what's on the top of your agenda? Like let's say tomorrow you clock in, what are you going to work on first?
Probably the PDF handbook because I think that you structured this whole thing, the projects in order from most to least priority, right? So like client adherence log, we've got to get that done first. But the coaching style analysis is lower down the pole. Is that kind of how it is?
Yeah. By the way, I have to say that check-in log, the extra step you took, Bryson, to put that tab on how to use. Oh yeah. Is actually one of the best things you've done for me since the beginning.
Oh really?
Yes, because and not to like obviously trying to say anything else you've done, but
yeah.
I think that's going to be so perfect because that's so plug and play whenever we want to like ask a coach to do something to use the log. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It'd be super, super, super awesome. So cool. Appreciate that.
Did you go through it and read it all? Did you actually try to follow the instructions to see if it worked?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was pretty much it's pretty self-explanatory. I went through. I had the liberty of watching your video before I saw it. You know what I mean? Oh. You walked me through it, right? So it made more. So I'd love to see when I give it to Coach Johnny or something, and see if he'd be able to use it. You know what I mean? Okay. Just as or something.
Yeah, there's certain things that I tried to explain in here that I actually couldn't without screwing with other things that I had previously explained, if that makes sense, in the form itself. So it is pretty self-explanatory, but there's just certain things that'll break the whole thing if you don't click. Like if you don't click the little checkbox at the top, then the whole thing's broken. So it's just small little things that are super important, I guess.
In terms of the date, right?
In terms of, so when you click a little box, it'll make everything an error. It's just important that you click the box. And I tried to find workarounds for that, but I mean, some of those formulas, I have no idea.
It's simple enough. But either way, I'm probably going to break that into another log, another actual file. So we'll have one for the client log and then one for check-ins. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Of having all 5 tabs on one. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. So 2 completely different ones.
Yeah, which is just duplicating the tabs and putting it on its own.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, just because I think it's easier to have a client log, a master client log, and then a check-in log.
Just 2 separate things. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so
I can do that too if you want.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, should be simple enough. I'll try it, but we'll see if I can. But that'll be fine. I'll be able to give you check-in frequency as well. Whether they're doing once a week, every other week or whatever, or monthly, and then we can just go ahead and just add those clients in. And I think we'll start using the log probably by February. I'd love to use it sooner. If we can do that sooner, that'd be great.
Yeah. Okay.
But very definitely, just because it's a new month, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I even set the date for tomorrow. So all good.
Okay. Awesome. So I want to talk about onboarding very quickly.
Okay.
Right. Do you mind sharing your screen? Are you looking at the doc?
Yeah.
Can you open up the screen and let's talk about the timeline?
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I know Zoom isn't your forte.
Hey, I'm learning. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Cool. So this is what I got. You want me to open up this?
Well, let's go through the handbook first before we go through the timeline.
Okay. So we got the hours of operation, client expectation. Now, by the way, these aren't necessarily in order. I tried to put them loosely in order of maybe how they would look, but at like towards the end, there's this thing right here of all these different things we could add. I think it just depends on how in depth you want to go. But have you looked at this yet before I go on?
Yeah, I saw everything. I love the fact that you started with hours of operation. So my imagination would be like a big welcoming thing in the beginning of the PDF, like welcome. We're so glad to have you at #MeFit, FitFam. Maybe a couple of client transformations just right off the bat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then from there, client expectations probably should be second, in my opinion.
Okay.
So that would make things a lot easier. And then hours of operation afterwards. And hours of operation, let's lump that into one section of communication / hours of operation.
Okay, I think I have that on here.
Yeah, I think you had...
How to check in.
No, I don't think you did.
Guess not.
I think you said when the client can expect a response in the explanation, which is the same thing. I just want to put that out there, you know?
Yeah. Is this cool then?
Yeah. Hours of operation there, expect a response within 24 hours. Just setting a high standard, that's all. I'm kind of thinking about changing hours of operation, but we'll see. Kind of just want to take the weekends off, but I don't think that's ever going to actually happen.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, okay. Then from there, probably things to buy ASAP. So, like stuff like that, the gym membership.
You never know, man.
And then we can go into Everfit. Like Everfit would be the first thing, like how to log in and things like that. And then into all the other tasks and stuff. And I think like you had at the bottom, it'll actually be pretty easy. I won't lie to you about integrating the links to inside the PDF. Mm-hmm. Because my thing is I'm just going to use Google Drive and just make the link shareable, and then you just hyperlink it into a text or something. So then that way, what I'm thinking is they get the handbook in the beginning, right? But then also step by step, day by day.
Something like this.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then a day by day, they also get videos as well. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's no way they can miss it. You know what I mean? Day by day
videos of these specific things here, all these topics.
Because these are the topics that we're going to send them videos with the autoflow. Remember?
Yeah. Okay. So, so you're going to record a video for each of these? Is that almost all of them? Is that the idea?
No, not each of these, but definitely when you, for example, when you go up to the actual Mina does, client does section. Mm-hmm. Remember how we have, day 1, day 2, day 3? Right. They're going to get some sort of video or explanation on these different things. Okay. So we might as well repurpose, right? If I'm showing them the training side, how to move workouts around for training, I might as well also include that in the handbook, right?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So you want these kind of grouped up into something that you could drip out with the autoflow?
Yes. It would be really awesome for the handbook and the autoflow to be kind of hand in hand.
Okay. Yeah. So is it safe to say you'd want, I don't know how many things are here, but if there's 20, I don't know, you'd want that kind of combined to go over the training, the nutrition, the check-ins in 5 different videos, and that's the onboarding, but then they can refer back to the handbook for all the nitty gritty, I guess.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm just thinking of when they would actually receive the handbook now that I think about it.
Okay. Let's see.
Because, like, what if I get a stellar client, right? They get the handbook and they watch all the videos. Then day by day, they're getting the same videos.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. Let's see. What if you dripped all the videos out and then gave the handbook at the very end, the same time that they would start their program? Okay, here you go. You're ready to go. Here's this for reference. You already saw it all, but here you can look at this for, I don't know.
Or we just say, fuck the videos in the PDF and just have the videos stationary in the on-demand tab.
In the on-demand tab.
My guys are a resource. So if you go to the video I sent you.
Sorry, I can't see the goddamn. Yeah.
I know I hate that shit on the top. It sucks. I have to bring the tab down.
Yeah. What video are you talking about?
You know the video I sent you on the low ticket offer?
Yeah.
So on that, you if you like pause at the right section, do you not even have my number saved?
Oh shit! Hold on.
That's fucked up.
No, I've got it on my phone. I don't know. On here, I don't know. I don't even know who this is.
You're gone. No, I'm just kidding.
For fuck's sake, look.
You get cooked. All right, so if you scroll, good. All right,
cool.
Okay, so if you actually scroll through the video very quickly to the part, it's like a split second thing. I don't know if you'll actually find it. Just press play, and I'll tell you. Yeah.
Hold on. How do I mute the shit?
She shows, this is my mentor, by the way. You know Janelle.
Yeah. How do I mute this? Because I can't play this in here at the same time. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Is that the Slipknot playing, right?
Yeah, I think so. No, that's good music. You're good.
So I'll tell you when, but basically you're gonna see their on-demand tab, and there's a section called onboarding. So that's what I'm like envisioning, right?
Right here.
Just keep going up. These are recipes.
I just realized that it says 528 mils. That's insane.
Yeah. So she's very, I guess optimal because she just uses all the meals that Everfit gives you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, oh, we missed it. So if you go back a split second.
Go back? Oh, right here?
Like a time right there. See? So you see onboarding?
Yep.
That's where all the onboarding documents are.
So you just tap on this and it would have all what we're talking about?
Exactly.
Okay. And so how do I get out of this shit? So with that, would you want this stuff kind of sorted in there? These are the current resources.
Basically, but I have a feeling we're going to end up basically repurposing all of this into the handbook.
Okay, so you want each one of these to kind of be a page within the handbook itself?
More than likely, because it's going to go hand in hand with what we already want with the handbook as well. For example, hours of operation and communication.
Okay.
Right?
So you want...
Like how to be prepared. Check-in protocol.
Yeah. Okay. So you want the handbook to have everything that they would need, but then also have these as well?
No.
So
if the handbook is everything they need, then we don't need these.
Okay. So these are going to go in the handbook. Got it.
Basically, but obviously we're gonna like rewrite it. I guess
Okay.
in game. You know what I mean? Like something like that, just so it's one coherent because there's different themes and stuff.
So the handbook itself is going to be Gamma then?
I would think so.
I think it's nice. I think because you don't have to do like a certain page size. You can do a long going presentation, so I think it would look better.
Yeah, and then I'll just like send you pictures and shit, like testimonials of myself and shit like that, and then just
throw that in there. Because I've got Gamma on lock right here, so we're good.
Oh yeah, good. Okay, so I think that's what we would do with the handbook. Like, just think of it like this, Bryson. Did you see? You know what? Can I share my screen? Are we good to just make these calls an hour from now on?
Yeah, of course.
Because I think that's going to be a lot easier instead of just trying to rush things.
Yeah.
change it on Zoom.
Are you recording these, or is it just saying how much time is left?
There's time left.
It says there's 33 minutes left. It adds up to 4:30 for me. But I only ever see that once recording, so I was just curious. I don't know shit about Zoom.
I don't fucking see 33 minutes. No.
33 minutes at the top, right?
I have the premium Zoom, so they can't like even tell us not to.
Oh.
Like, because they can't, because they'll, like, if you don't have the premium Zoom, they cap you at 45 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really annoying. But anyways, all right, so let me show you this. This is where I get my ideas for, yeah, there you are. Okay, continue. Log me in. Don't make fun of my email. It's from when I was like in middle school.
Oh, the one that you send emails to is one that I made from probably elementary. King B-Son. That's my name, dude.
All right, so here is the training. This is like top secret shit. Top secret shit.
Oh, boy.
Rate the best.
Be careful. All right, so this was a training that they had a couple years ago, I guess, but I've been rewatching it. So he shows his actual handbook, right? So first, he sends this. I don't think we need this because this is before Everfit's autoflow. So like he like gives like step by step. But to be honest with you, like we can do all this in Everfit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, hey, complete the questionnaire. We're sending it to them. Hey, sign off on the agreement. Sending it to them. And then the community, you already did that. Introduce yourself. We're gonna have that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we don't need this part of the picture. This is what I was talking about. So here is his actual handbook. Come on. Yeah, here's the handbook. So should look something like this. I think personally it looks like really nice and really clean how he does it. So see? Mm-hmm. So he has like everything, tracking progress, all this. Like this is what I envision ourselves having.
Okay, this is just a normal PDF though, right?
Yeah, I'm sure Gamma, this is 2 years ago. So we've come a long way with AI, you know?
Yeah.
So like I'm sure Gamma will give us better looking things, but the structure is pretty much the same.
Yeah, this looks incredible. Okay. Holy shit.
Yeah. I wish he shared the full thing. He didn't share the full thing. He only shared the table of contents. No, this isn't it.
Wow.
MDM, baby. Here. So, yeah. He only shared the table of contents. He didn't want to share the rest, I guess, which, honestly, I don't blame him. So, this is like what the table of contents will look like. I think I sent you a screenshot of this.
Yeah, I have this. I kind of based off these things here with that, actually.
Yeah. But, like, actually, the way I look at it, like, traveling, for example, would look great. Alcohol would be nice. Cheat meals would be nice, like, things like that. Because it'll alleviate, like, the way you think about it is just alleviating questions before they get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cheat meals is a good one. I haven't put that one in here yet.
Yeah. Cheat meals, and then the rest of his shit he kind of scrolls through everything. Sleep. I mean, like, proper footwear, I don't fucking need this, you know? Sleep hygiene, sure.
Who's his client? Who is he training?
What do you mean?
What's his ideal person? Because he's got footwear in there. It makes me think he's training.
Dude, this is Don Lamb, DIY Body.
Yeah. Is he training everybody?
You know Don Lamb?
I know of him. I don't know.
He's like fucking like anything, any fucking athlete. He does prep people. He does lifestyle. Like, he'll do anything. He has a fucking, like, his company is worth like millions of dollars.
Shit.
Yeah. So I want to be like him one day. So that's what we're doing.
You're on your way. Good Lord. Okay, cool.
So that's kind of how I envisioned the handbook looking, right? So Janelle goes ahead and actually shows something different for her. And she talks about it more than anything because she doesn't show much. Here's the agreement, but I think I sent you the agreement anyways. Mm-hmm. But Janelle basically said, like, oh, you can do this automatically in Trainerize or something. I think she was on Trainerize before. So that's kind of the way I envision it. You get what I'm saying? Eventually. Make sense?
Yeah, that's just crazy. That's just so much that goes into it, man. That's nuts, you know?
Yeah, but to be fair, I will say that Gamma, like, once we just structure things and just put it in there and say make it longer, like I'm more than like I'm 100% positive it's gonna be actually fucking cake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it'll split up into sections, stuff like that. Like, you know, like they make it look nice. I would do it in PDF format, to be honest with you, just so we can like export it by email or something, just in case. Like, who knows? Maybe down the line I use Go High Level, and then it just sends things automatically. So you never know. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I envision the handbook going. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. So as far as that goes, I guess, where's a good place for me to start? Just finish out the structure, or do you want me to go on to Gamma and start that, or start bundling things for the videos?
What I want you to do, like what I would love, Bryson, is like when you go through the actual resources that did I share the folder with you?
No, not yet. You said you were going to make it into a drive or something.
That's so fucking funny because I literally made the drive and I just didn't share it with you.
No worries.
Cool. So let me share that. So that way you can go ahead and take a look. And honestly, what was the thing? Allegiant, right?
Yeah. Are you sending it to the email there?
Yeah, I'm adding it to the drive. Allegiant Fit.
Okay, cool.
So you should be on it now. I'm not sharing my screen, so you didn't see what I just did. So I think that's what I'm looking for. Like, go through the on-demand tab docs that we have, and anything that you feel like makes sense or is a part of the section, dude, just copy paste it into the section.
Sorry, hold on. I'm requesting access for my other email. I don't know. Hold on 1 second.
I can add it if you want. Just make things easier.
Yeah, it would be a little bit easier. I don't. Okay. So I'm signed in with all my Google stuff with a different email.
I did it. We're good.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. So that's what I want first for the handbook. Okay. And then we can start working on the onboarding things just to make things a little easier on that sense. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's no files in here.
What do you mean there's no files in here?
So the on-demand tab, maybe fitness docs, right?
Yeah, then go open up. I split it up into the sections that we have on the app. Go to coaching, diet, and training.
I don't have that.
The fuck?
Yeah, I've got folders, on-demand tab.
And you open up. Did you open on-demand tab?
Yeah. Okay. I promise it wasn't there a second ago. It just loaded. I promise.
Yeah. Now who needs the fucking coffee?
I know, right? Okay.
No, we're good. Okay, so that's all there for you. All right. So we can just kind of replicate that in a sense and put that in the handbook.
Okay.
So yeah,
this looks really good already. Do you want me to just plug and play, or do you want me to copy the text and put it in and try to make it fluid with Gamma? Do you know what I'm saying?
I just want everything fluid because realistically speaking, I think the training part of it won't go in the handbook. To be honest with you, like intensifiers, to rest before set, between sets, like that can just probably stay the same and just leave it in. Maybe you can take that and put it in its own handbook, training handbook, you know what I mean, or training guide, and just put it all into one. And Gamma, it's really like what I want you to do is just copy the text and put it, because it's just going to look so off if we just combine it into one handbook, because they're not like all the same style. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's why I was kind of questioning that, because we have the black and yellow and this red one, and then all the other ones are the same style, right?
I think for the most part, yeah. But I'd much rather use Gamma to just make it all, like one thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, so what I can do is copy and paste all this stuff into a giant Word doc, and then copy all of that into Gamma, and then let it do its thing. What do you think?
That's exactly what I envision you doing.
Okay.
And just go through it, just make sure it all makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
Or in terms of what we would actually want a client to read. So then that way, when we start communicating with clients, like we're not talking out of our ass when they read something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the thing with Gamma is you can turn AI off for generating. I'm sure you know that. So I can just paste the text in, and then it'll just make it look nice with exactly what you put in. So it won't change anything.
I do want to use AI, though, because I much rather have it just rewrite what I said.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's time for an update anyways. So.
Okay.
just make things a little more coherent.
Okay.
So we can just do that, make things a little easier for you too, and then just make it look nice. Add the pictures. I'll send you a whole whatever pictures you need. Just let me know, testimonials or before and afters or pictures of myself, like competition pictures.
Do you pay for Gamma?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. So I mean, I was about to do that anyway, though. So
wait, can I just add you as a user for Gamma?
I don't know.
It's like $10. Dude, it's $10 a month.
It's on the list of things to do because I was looking at different. I was actually on Gamma yesterday, and I didn't realize. I knew it was badass, but there's certain things on there I thought. $10 a month though. So. What does
the paid one give you that the free doesn't?
What does the paid give me?
Yeah.
I guess.
What do you have? What would you get right now if you upgraded that you wouldn't get, that you don't have right now?
I just get unlimited credits. So I only have 560. So I think every time you run AI, you use those credits, and once you're out, then you can't use AI at all.
What's a credit?
It's kind of like a token. Are you familiar with like AI tokens? That's the currency.
Yeah, I've never seen tokens on my end, so I guess that just means.
Or it's credits. It's the top right. My account balance is 560 credits. Credits let you create and edit with AI.
Yeah, I have plus, so I guess that means I don't have it.
Yeah, you have unlimited because you.
I just add you as a fucking member. Do you want me to just do that? I'll take care of your subscription and use it for yourself too.
Say that again. I can use that for my. Are you sure?
Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
Dude, I appreciate it.
You're a part of ME Fitness, bro. What email do you want me to add?
Add. I don't know what it would look like if I split two. I don't know. Okay, do kingbsun@yahoo.com.
kingbsun@yahoo.com.
Do you know anybody that still uses Yahoo? I'm just curious.
No. I got locked out of my Yahoo a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. How old are you again? You're 27, right?
Yeah, you're 28.
Yeah, you're just a year younger.
Yeah.
All right. kingbsun@yahoo.com, this?
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah. I'll take the $10, bro. You're good.
What? Nah, dude.
Don't be stupid. You're good. Okay, so yeah, it's all yours, and use it for yourself too. The thing is, I'm investing $10 a month in you. That's a lot of money, bro. So I need you to get really good at Gamma. So then, obviously, whenever we're doing shit like this, you're just like a fucking pro at Gamma. So you get shit done, and use it for your own business too.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't even know how to join you now, though.
It should have been
There we go.
Yeah. So you're good to go.
How do you pronounce your last name? Estefanos?
Estefanos.
Estefan. Okay.
Yeah, basically Estefan.
Esteban. Okay. Yeah, I'm in there. Cool.
All right. So we'll do that. And then obviously, I think the onboarding process is pretty clear in terms of what, my goal, Bryson, to be honest with you, is to have the onboarding process done by February. February 1st is the deadline. So have all the automations, have everything. So if I sign a client February 1st, they go through the exact onboarding process that we have in mind. They receive all the videos that I'll film, everything like that, and we're good to go. That's the goal.
Okay. By February.
So, yep, because my thing is this. If we can get that questionnaire, we can get that contract and agreement in, what's going to be super awesome is Coach Johnny, he does all my programming, right? I've taught him how to use Canva to make the meal options, how to program clients into Everfit the way I like it, things like that. So the kind of disconnect now, or the extra step that I'm trying to alleviate, is I get off the sales call, okay? Then I have to take my notes, put it nicely. I use ChatGPT, but still I have to take all my notes, put it in ChatGPT. Then I put it in a log that he can see. Then he checks the log, and then he programs based on the log that I give him for the client. For example, they have to train 3 days a week. They have to do 2 days at home, whatever. So if there's a questionnaire that's on Everfit already, right, he will already understand, all I have to do is check the questionnaire for a new log client, and then I can build from there. So that takes me out of the equation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, makes it easier for you.
Exactly. So that's the system that I want to happen by February 1st. So the quicker we can get this down, the quicker we can, just tell me exactly which videos I need to film on how to use a food scale or how meal options work. I can put together a whole bunch of really nice videos. Like I already have in mind for meal options. I'm just going to take out a whole bunch of food in front of me. I'm going to say, all right, so this is basically the premise behind meal options. Okay. My meal one can be this, this, and this, or I can do this and do that. You know what I mean? And just do a whole bunch of combinations. Or I can talk about it via Loom too, either or, whichever one works better.
Okay.
I think I'm do over Loom now that I think about it, just less work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
I'll put over an example of meal options and just say, so one meal can be this, and then I'll write it on like a Word doc next to it. Typical example day, meal one, this, or day two, this. You know what I mean?
And this
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're saying this is what you do for Johnny, or this is also what you're going to do for the handbook?
No, this is going to be a video that I send in the onboarding process to a client going to receive meal options.
Gotcha. Just part of the onboarding.
I'm throwing in something. Okay. I talked to Mariah. I don't know if you know Mariah. She's one of the leaders, head coaches of the $1 Million Mastermind. She's killing it. I talked to her. I was like, I'm just a little nervous on like switching to macros from meal plans, right? So she gave me a fucking genius idea. She goes, in the beginning, you can give a meal plan and macros, both. So they get assigned a meal plan and they also get assigned macros. So then you can also explain, oh, by the way, you also can track macros. Okay. And this is what we're doing. So obviously you match the macros based on the meal plan they have. And you just say, so get in the habit of just like whenever you have something, just log it. Log in MyFitnessPal. This is how you use MyFitnessPal. We have a video for that. And then eventually, guess what? I take the meal plan away. Mm-hmm. Then all they can do is the macros, but they've been using it for so long. And like the best thing about this is when the client says, hey, can I replace, I don't know, I want cottage cheese for my protein.
Yeah, that's genius, dude.
Cottage cheese instead of cold cuts. I'll be like, yeah, you actually can. So when you log today, instead of logging your cold cuts today, log it with cottage cheese and just match the protein. That's it.
So you have them track the meal plan so that they can learn how to track. And then when they want it, yeah, that's smart. That's a good way to ease them into it. Wow, that's smart.
Yeah, she gave me that idea and I was just like, fuck, I'm going to run with it. So that's what we want to do. So yeah, definitely write that down. That's going to be very important. So we want to do that. And then plus with the macro training that I want to give, I don't know if you caught the replay from last night's call, but basically what I said in a nutshell is I want to start transitioning our current clients to macros. You know what I mean? Might as well. Mm-hmm. So I think the trainings, if I can film it in a way where the videos work for both, I don't have to film it twice. That would be perfect. You know what I mean? So then that way I can put together macro training on the on-demand tab with resources, whether it's the PDFs and the videos of me doing it or walking through it. It will be amazing because then I can just send that off to a person. Hey, I'm switching your diet to macros. Here's the trainings on them. Watch them. Let me know if you have any questions and you can implement today.
So you have the meal plan and the macros in the same video?
No. So my head's all over the place. I apologize for being confusing. So new client will receive meal plan and macro training. Okay.
2 trainings.
Right. Yes. They will receive both. Okay. And then also, would they receive the trainings? I think so. Because, hey, you're going to do a meal plan and you're also going to do the macros as well. For the most part, I feel like I can put that into one video, but we'll talk about that later. We'll think about it. But what I'm saying now is for current clients that have been with me for months and months and months, I want to train them how to use macros. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I want to have a section for them to learn, you know? I'll probably put together like a workshop or something, macro workshop every week or something just to walk people through, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Do you think that'd be cool for a folder in the resource tab as well? Like all things macros or something like that?
Yep, all things macros.
What is a carb?
Yes. What is a carb? What is a protein? What is fat? Examples of foods, like approved foods that you can have for each.
Okay.
I think that's something like that. And then you're also like how to use MyFitnessPal, how to link MyFitnessPal, like all things like that into one guide would be fucking phenomenal.
Okay.
I mean, so then the end game of this, Bryson, is like if I have Bryson as my client and he's been on a meal plan for the last 6 months, I want to easily just say, hey, I'm assigning you macros. Here are the trainings. Go check it out. I'm going to keep your meal plan on for a week or two, but then I'm going to take it away just for you to practice. And then I'm going to take it away so that way, like, dude, like I want to use this as, do you know what a value add is?
A value add? No.
So basically you want to position things that you change in the business as a value add. Okay. So you're adding value. So the way I positioned it yesterday in the call, kind of just came to me on the fly. I was like, dude, so when you're at Starbucks and you want to have those egg white wrap, or you want to have those egg bites that you want, I want to make it super flexible for you. So all you have to do is search up Starbucks egg bites. You log it in, and that's according to you. You don't have to give up the foods that you want to eat on a day-to-day basis. And I know the meal plan is awesome, but when you want to get flexible, you can also do that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's positioning it as a value add.
Okay, that's smart. You just literally just position it as it's adding to the business or what they're paying for, but not taking away. Because I guess if you said, I'm taking away meal plans, we're doing this now, you'd be like, oh, what the hell?
People are like, oh, my custom meal plan that you personalized to me, you're taking away. Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know? When in essence, it's like, no, like I'm actually, like, technically I'm making things easier for myself, 100%.
Yeah. I think tracking macros is much easier than, I don't know. Yeah.
Trust me, I know. But I'm doing it for myself too for the next 2 months. I just want to actually track my macros, even though I eat the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, just to get familiar.
Yeah, just to kind of know how to use it so that I can teach, you know?
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So that's the thing as well. Cool.
So just so I have an idea. So the next big thing that I'm going to be working on is the big handbook in Gamma, putting everything into that. And then I guess once I believe everything is in there, then we'll touch again and go back and see what needs to be added or removed or changed, stuff like that. Just so I have an idea of where to go.
Yeah, and then also working in tandem with the onboarding process as well. I want actually at least 4 to 5 days of between when they receive things and then, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Between their payment and when they receive things.
So are you saying get off the phone call, that's day 0, and then 5 days after that? So day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on day 6 or day 5, they get everything?
Probably day 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so this leads me to my last point that I want to talk to you about, Bryson, was sometimes when they log in and don't see anything, it sucks, right? They log in, all they see is the fucking community. That's basically it. Mm-hmm. I mean, so I want the on-demand tab to have a lot of literature, but also that's why I bought out Exceed Nutrition. Because Exceed Nutrition, we're going to position it and tell them, hey, look, your personalized diet plan, your personalized macros, your personalized training, we're building that right now. Okay, hence day 0 to day 5. That's the process, right?
Okay.
But once you log in, you're going to see a lot of general programs, a lot of general workouts. So just to get you started, right? So while you're waiting for the program, your personalized program, dude, go take a look at this. Go try a workout from here. Go try a recipe from here. You have all access. You know what I mean? That's why Exceed Nutrition is also very important.
Okay.
So I personally, I would do the handbook and I would be looking at Exceed Nutrition. That would be my top 2 priorities right now.
Handbook and then Exceed?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was looking at
By the way, the stuff you see from Exceed probably will help you with the handbook. They have a whole macro guide and stuff too. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you want the macro guide to be in the handbook or do you want it to be separate?
No, it'll be separate but I think there's some tracking guides or something that you can use in terms of isn't one of the sections on the handbook macro?
Let me see.
Am I stupid? Might be.
No. Sometimes, so I'm a Windows guy. I've come from Windows. I just got a MacBook a year or 2 ago, and I'm still trying to get used to it. I think it's smoother, but damn, dude, there's certain things in Windows I wish you could do here. What the fuck? Okay. Macros. How to track calories, how to use meal plan options.
Yeah. So how to track calories, step by step on how to utilize.
So that would just be a very concise guide in the handbook itself.
Yeah.
That could just be a video that you drip out in onboarding then.
That's what I'm thinking.
So if there's going to be 5 days between...
Maybe this handbook... Yeah, I'm looking at Don Lamb's handbook, right?
Mm-hmm.
He does have all about macros, nutrition, meal plan. No, he does have it. Okay, never mind. Maybe I thought we were getting a little too intricate, but his shit's 32 fucking pages, so we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it would be general, like just like guides on, all right, you download MyFitnessPal from the App Store, you link it with Everfit like this. Your macros, once your macros are assigned, they'll show up like this, things like that. And then this is how you log a food, you search, you add, things like that. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Do you want a more in-depth one on a different training or something, or a different?
Yeah. I think there should be a more in-depth one that I can go over. Mm-hmm. One thing, if you can add it under that section, Bryson, if you're looking at it, mm-hmm. Read a nutrition label.
Okay.
I think that's very important. And basically, I don't know how you do it, but how I would want to do it is just literally protein, carbs, fats. That's it. You know what I mean?
And how to read a nutrition label?
Yeah. Just like where you see protein, where you see carbs. I always use total carbs, by the way. I don't fucking do fiber and shit. I don't like my fiber. This is 0 carbs. Like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
And then fats as well, total fats.
Yeah, it gets really tricky when you start throwing that shit in there.
Yeah. So that's how I would do it. And that's how I would section it off.
Okay, I got it on there.
Nice. My fucking guy. All right. I think we have a good plan of attack. I think we're good.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions on what we just talked about?
Not what we just talked about, but I think I wouldn't call it a concern, just more like sometimes I feel kind of lost. So I'll be working on something and everything's going good, and then I feel like I finish it. I'm like, shit, I want him to see this, but I know he's busy, so I kind of feel like I'm on pause for a sec, you know?
No, you need to text me. Like, that came off really strong, but I saw it.
You're good.
What I'm saying is, like, look, at the end of the day, I want to support you in any way possible. So I apologize first and foremost. Like, sometimes you'll text me and I don't read it for a couple hours. That's probably
likewise.
Yeah, which is fine. We're fucking human beings. But for sure, like, when you feel like you're at a loss and you're like, especially when you're like working, like, let's say I'm setting aside 2 hours for work, and I'm an hour in and I'm pretty much finished and I'm like pausing, definitely text me 100%.
Do you want me to buzz through your do not disturb?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think did I not add you to go through my do not disturb? Should have. I do that for you and the other guys too.
Okay.
This is like the true definition of work-life balance. No such thing. No. There you go. I added you.
Have you read this book by chance? This one?
The one thing. No.
Mm-hmm. How they talk about work-life balance in there, how it's just one big lie. And I'm like, oh, no shit, huh? It's funny when you start talking to dare I say, regular people about balance, you know? They're like, oh, you need balance, you know? I don't know.
They don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
Even, bro, like, I'll tell you, like, I'm a very ambitious person by nature, but sometimes I need to tell myself to take a break. Mm-hmm. I think, by the way, I've worked every single day besides, like, Christmas. No, Christmas I worked. Since, like, September, November. I think I took a couple days off because I was overseas and I just didn't have connection. Mm-hmm. Like, it's catching up to me, to be a little personal. So, like, I'm starting to feel like fucking burnt the fuck out. Like, even like cognitive function is just like at a 0. So I couldn't find that fucking onboarding shit. Remember?
Yeah.
So, like, I think I'm gonna actually take a couple of days off soon, just because I have to.
What do you do when you take a day off? Like, what helps you?
That's the issue. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like that's like the very, like I'm open about this. Like I fucking have like my therapist, and I'm actually doing something that Brian does. So Brian does this like hypnotherapy. He used to do it once a week, and now he does it every single day. So I texted him. I was like, yo, like, give me your fucking guy. I'm like, all right, bet. So I have it. I want to see, like, I think the problem with me is, like, I was talking to my wife about this. I just fucking love what I do.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I'm really passionate about this shit. Like, very passionate. It'll be 11:30 at night. I'm in bed. I'm just talking about this, you know, because it's just not work, you know?
Yeah. You enjoy it.
Yeah, but the problem is it is work, right?
Yeah.
Like,
It's cognitively demanding.
yeah. So that's the issue, right? But besides the point, it's good problems to have, I guess, rather than normal people like you were saying, where it's like you try to talk to them about balance. They're like,
Yeah.
you know,
It sounds so demeaning, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I understand, because you're just like, they're just like, yeah, I go play golf, I watch my favorite show on Netflix, and I just sit there like, fuck that, you know?
Yeah, dude. I have a hard time having conversations with people because I'm like, dude, let's talk business, let's talk books, let's talk, you know.
Yeah.
You use Gamma, you know Gamma, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm the same way, dude.
All right, well, we have some time. I want to answer your questions on everything else that you had on business.
Yeah, so I kind of answered the banking one. So we went over the compliance. I'm just checking these off real quick. Okay, so as far as the business banking, the whole idea with that would be so that I can just have that go directly into the bank, and I can just track it much easier instead of. To be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to tracking. I guess expenses as far as business banking goes. So I just got a business bank account today. I just filed my LLC today as well.
Nice.
And apparently,
you actually opened the business banking account?
Well, I can't open it because I don't have an EIN number, and in order to get that, I have to have my LLC, and I'm doing it the slow and cheap way.
Yeah, I for ME Fitness, I did it myself through the government portal, and then for my other business, for like my supplement business, which I just want to sell and like burn to the ground. Besides the point, I used LegalZoom. You know, LegalZoom.
No, I use Zendesk.
Oh, well, EINs come after LLCs, but they should be pretty quick.
Okay.
But what I was going to tell you was, so this is my advice. Take it or leave it. Okay. All right. One, you don't need a business bank account.
Okay.
Just open another checking account under your name and just mark it as for your business, like in your head. And that's where all your money goes for business. More oftentimes than not, business banking accounts, banks. I used to work at a bank.
Yeah, you came from finance, right?
Yeah, so throughout college, I was delivering pizzas at night, and in the mornings, I had a day job. I used to be a teller, then they promoted me to platform, then they promoted me to finance department there, and then like I had a team at like fucking 20 years old, and everyone hated me because I was like 50 years old. Everyone is 50 years old, and I'm 20, like telling them what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
So then I quit. But besides the point. So what I will say is banks like business accounts a lot because they can charge you a little extra, and they know that you have more money in there. Banks make money, Bryson, or banks have money because of our money. Do you know how that works?
Because of what money?
Because of our money.
Because of our money?
Yeah, do you know how that works?
Not really.
So all the money in the bank actually is pretty fake. Like, it's not actually there.
Just a number?
Yeah, so, yeah, basically. Like, for example, people have 100,000 accounts, right, that have $100 in each, right? So that's like, what, $10 million, right? 100,000 times 100, right?
100,000, yeah.
10 million, let's just say $10 million. Some guy goes up and wants a loan for $10 million or wants $1 million, right? They're going to use our money for that loan. They don't actually have $10 million to give. You know what I'm saying?
So just borrowing everybody's money for everybody else's money?
Exactly. And then it's a whole cycle. It's just a big cycling system. Then they make money off the interest from the principal that they loaned out. They keep that, right? All the fees that they get for the other accounts, they keep that as well. And it's just a cycle because they know 100,000 people aren't going to go into their accounts and empty their accounts all at once, you know, which is obvious. So that's how that whole money system works. Like when you deposit $1,000 into the bank, like, yeah, your number says $1,000. They accredit you. They log that you have $1,000 in the bank. But that $1,000 cash that you just put into the bank at the teller, they're going to go ahead and funnel that. And whenever someone takes a withdrawal for something else, that's your $1,000.
It's like a big pool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what I will say is, personally speaking, I myself have just an account that I have under my name, and I mark that as my business account because the bank that I have is like a high yield checking yield interest account. So it's nice because it's tiered. So the more money you have in the account, the more interest you get. And they only have that. They only have that for personal accounts, not for for business accounts, because they know business accounts usually carry more money than personal accounts, right?
So you're saying to just put it my normal bank, just make a new account, and put everything in there.
If you get no fees, like does the business account that you're going to open have a fee?
It doesn't, no.
How about interest rate?
That I would get? I think I have the option to, but I don't think so. I don't know.
Personally speaking, dude, just put it in your personal account. That's what I do. All right. The second thing was obviously paying by invoice. And that's fine with me. My question is, why would you do that?
I don't know. It's become pure ignorance here.
The way I would just do it is just link up your Venmo or however you want, like to your business account or to the account that you want, or link up multiple accounts. So like my Venmo is linked up to like 2 accounts. And when you withdraw from Venmo, just funnel it straight there. You avoid all fees doing that. Because if you use an invoice system, like if I paid you or you requested me through some sort of invoice system, usually there's some sort of fee, I can link up my bank account, right? Or I can pay you by my credit card, whatever you want. But there's usually a fee to use that service, right? They're not doing it for free. So there's that. So I think just taking the extra step of whenever I Venmo you, or if you do set up Zelle for that account, you just download the Zelle account and just put your bank account in there. It's free and It's instant. You know what I mean? Okay. Rather than, so that way, like I'll Zelle you and you have a Zelle account automatically bring all the money that you get Zelled into that one account. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's better to do it that way?
Yeah. Instead of like a whole invoice system where like, again, I'm open to it if you want, but you're just paying money for no reason. Like Stripe, right? Like Stripe, for example, for every transaction, like I got paid $18.50 today off a 6-month renewal. I actually only collected like $17.20 or $17.30.
Wasn't part of that right? Taxes though?
Yeah, but not really. So like, I don't know. They just gave me my tax bill this year and I fucking hate my life. So I have to, Stripe gave me my tax document. I'm just like, shit, I'm going to get fucked. But besides the point. So that's personally what I would do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's up to you though. Again, like I'm not shutting down. Like if you want me to pay you through your invoice, I don't care. As long as I get.
I think I'm going to do what you said. It just seems simpler that way. I think I was overcomplicating it. Like I said, pure ignorance. I'm learning the shit. So yeah.
You're good.
With that whole tax thing, I don't want you to feel like you have to share everything, but I am curious, like not how much, I mean, you can tell me whatever you want, I guess, but relative to how much you made, how much was the tax that you have to pay back?
So,
I mean, I'm not trying to pry into your business. Don't tell me anything, but
I don't give a shit. If I, bro, in the $1 Million Mastermind, people are just talking like, fucking Trent Harrison, he's at the 16th of the month. He made $105K so far this month. Like what?
Dude, I really can't wrap my head around that. That's weird. That's crazy.
Like I wish I could just show you some of the numbers that like we share in the group because it just gets me so riled up because this month actually is going to be one of the lowest that I've had in a few months. And I'm doing that purposely because I'm focusing on systems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I see people making $100K in 16 days. Like some guy sitting at 50K, someone made 23K in like 3 days. I'm just like, fuck, that was basically my December, but not as much, So I'm just like, fuck, I want to do this. Anyways, back to the taxes. It's different because so we're talking about 2023 taxes. because 2024 is, I haven't been taxed yet. I haven't like talked to my accountant yet. 2023, it was an interesting year for me because I was working finance and I was making six figures from finance, but I was also working coaching. So the finance job, up until the month of September, I had made 100 something K, right? Because September is when I left it. And then I finished out the year with coaching with like around 100 something K, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So we were talking about 200,000. I got taxed. I like wrote off absolutely fucking everything I could. Everything. Like, because you're in the fitness world, dude, find a good accountant. You can write off your food. You can write off your home space. Like, because you work from home, like you write off your car, like most of your car anyways, it's a proportion, unless you get a G-Wagon, which I'm working on. But more or less, like all those different things. So I think my final tax bill was probably around like 8K. I had to spend 8,000. And it was due like the month I was getting married. So I was like, fuck that. Like, I don't know how much weddings are over there, but weddings in Jersey when you're Middle Eastern are very expensive.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Under $20,000 for my wedding. Which
Holy shit.
Yeah, which was fucking, I hated my life. I hope you didn't hear that. So
That's many dollars.
Yeah. So basically, I know I'm rambling, but it was like 8,000, and I just kind of set up a payment plan for that. It wasn't due all at once.
Okay. I just thought it was going to be a shit ton more than that. So when you said 8,000, I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
It was supposed to be like 30. I think this year it's going to probably be like 30,000.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because why I told you about the finance job is that like the finance job like helped me with my taxes because like obviously they were already taxing me, so I was owed a refund, you know. So the net of that, you know. But now like this year I made more than both of those combined, so I'm like, fuck, you know, like I'm probably gonna owe a lot, but I'm gonna try to write off everything I can. So
yeah, and so those write-offs help with that amount that you have to pay back, right?
well, yeah, like, do you know what a write-off really means?
The taxes that you would pay on that, you get a portion back or something?
No, it's different. Basically, like in a nutshell, taxes are based on your net income. Okay, that's what you're taxed on. So if you make $100,000 a year, right, and let's say you qualify for a 30% tax bracket, they're gonna tax you 30%. For example, that's a wild number, but just say okay. The 30% of 100K is 30K. You'll owe 30K. Okay. Now, the point of a write-off, right? You write off as a business expense. You take that gross amount of 100,000, and then you minus it by your expenses, and you get the net amount. So the write-offs are here. So gross, write-offs, and net. Okay.
Gross income.
So, yes, gross income. Here are your write-offs, and then here's your net income. Right. So, for example, I find out that I can write off the whole year based off of everything that I paid for, this computer, the lights, all these different things that I wrote off. I spent $50,000, for example. Okay. So I will take my gross income, 100,000, subtract 50,000 because I spent 50,000 to make the 100,000. That's what a write-off means. And then your net is 50,000. Okay. Now, let's say it's still 30% for some reason. Your 30% becomes 15,000 you owe instead of 30,000 because your taxes are based off of your net income. Does that make sense?
So you got 50% so you got 25% back then?
It's depending on the percentages, you know what I mean?
In this scenario, though, that's...
Yep. No, you save 50% of the taxes because I wrote off 50% of my income.
Okay. Not gonna lie, that shit is kind of confusing, but yeah, it makes more sense now.
Like, okay, one more thing. I'm gonna sell this pen. Okay.
All right, Jordan.
Yep. So whatever, fuck it. I'm selling this fucking pen.
Okay.
Right. And the pen cost me $10. All right. I sold it for $20. All right. Or I sold it for fucking $30. I sold it for $30. The fucking greatest pen on the planet for $30. Okay. So, what's my net profit?
That's 20, right?
Right? Cool. But what was my gross profit? Like, how much money did I actually get back?
Oh, gross would be 20 then.
No,
gross would be 30, and that would be 20, yeah.
Exactly. Okay. So that's the difference. Why the difference is because I can write off that I paid $10 on this pen, cost of goods sold. So I paid $10 for this. I made $30, right? Because I pocketed, the customer gave me $30. Okay. But in order for me to get the $30, I have to pay $10. So the difference is 20, which is my net. And that's what you get taxed on. So I can write off the fact that I did this.
So you get taxed on 20, not 30.
Yes, exactly.
That's so it doesn't give you anything back. It just lowers the amount quite a bit.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like, well, yeah, quite a bit is relative, right? Because if I sold a $10,000 coaching program, right, and what can I fucking write off for that? You know, like there's no cost of goods sold, you know, but I can say, okay, well, you know, my monthly, I pay for my rent. I bought this computer. I bought this, right? So technically it still came up to some sort of expense for me to make the 10,000, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah.
People think that when you write off, oops, there goes my fucking $30 pen. People think that when you write off something, it's free, but it's not, right? Mm-hmm. That's why I want the G-Wagon, because this is a total business write-off. This is a $200,000 car. That means I can write off $200,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fat, yeah.
So that's what I want. So I can bring my income down and have a fucking kick-ass car too.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a cool car.
Yep.
Cool, man.
Any other questions?
You have exit interviews on here?
Yeah, I wrote that down. So I wanted to just brainstorm. I think a really good idea for us is like when a client graduates or they want to leave, it'd be nice to just have a form just to like ask them how the experience was. I just put that out there just so we can have it on the horizon. There's no priority on that. Another thing too would be the Google form thing that you were talking about, the form of the anonymous questions for the Zoom.
Oh,
Zoom
yeah.
call. I think that was on your list with the screenshot. Remember?
Yeah, that's in. It's in here. Oh, it's in project progression at the very, very bottom.
Yeah. So that would be great. Honestly, I can probably just do that. It's just an anonymous, just make a Google form. Or if you think that there's another platform that does a good thing, but I think Google form is fine, make it anonymous and then I can just see the responses. So
yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else for me?
I don't think so. I think we're good.
Cool. Sorry, I went way over on time, but I wanted to make sure you had
in my calendar, I book an hour, so it kind of works out. So
I'll actually extend it on Zoom too, so I can have it on my calendar. So no other questions? You're good?
I mean, I'm sure I'll have more, but right this very second, no, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anything else, man, let me know. One thing I wanted to tell you, actually, this is coming from me as the business owner, is I like to compensate my guys working for me according to the level of work that they are giving. And the level of work that you're giving is far exceeding my expectations, Bryson. And I really mean that. And I really love that. So I'm making a change effective your second month. This is like probably the fastest I've ever given someone a raise, but you're getting a raise.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. So your weekly payment starting from your second month will be $300 instead of $250. So consider that as like a thank you because you're fucking crushing it. I love the work that you're putting in. I think you're very talented for this, by the way. And I love to keep you fucking long term. So I'm gonna give you that raise from month 2. It'll be $300 instead. Just let me know if you want me to fucking Venmo you, send you an invoice.
Yeah, we'll just do Venmo. Yeah, keep it simple.
So we'll do that.
Oh shit! Thanks, dude.
I think, of course, dude. You're on week 2, right?
Yeah.
This is technically 2.
You said that's month 2. That's when that kicks in. So that'll be.
Yeah. So like give it another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then month 2. I have your start date written down somewhere.
Yeah. Damn, dude. Thank you. That's really nice of you.
No, dude. The end goal. Did I tell you the end goal? And like, this is me being totally transparent with you. You might not like this, but I'm going to tell you anyways.
Yeah. I think you mentioned it. Yeah.
The end goal for me, because I fucking like working with you and I love having you as a part of the company, is getting you to quit your fucking full-time job and at least working for me, and I can compensate that. Mm-hmm. That is the fucking end goal. Like, if you can prove to me, Bryson, that you're worth that, you're already starting to be honest. Like, if you can prove to me that you're worth that, I'm going to make that fucking happen. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind in the back of your head.
Shit, dude, will do. Goddamn.
All right.
Okay.
All right, bro.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks so much, man.
Great, bro. Keep crushing it. Have a great rest of your night, and let me know if you need me for anything else.
Yeah, will do.
Awesome, bro.
All right,
We'll
see you
talk.
later.
Peace.
I'm going to post my response in the next podcast or the next little bit.